What are you working on today, Clay?
Leveling up the quail cage. I gotta put feet on it so I can level it up. I gotta take it easy a little bit, because when I fell last week, I fell against this wagon as I tripped over the wheel. I think I cracked a rib, but not much they could do with a cracked rib, so I'll endure through it. But in case anybody,
Don't touch it.
this is what Ruthie looks like today. She broke her hand again, same one. You can tell it's a different cast because the other one was pink. She tripped and fell. Hopefully she'll be doing better. We've all prayed for her. And that's just the little things that's going on around here. Not fun things, but still things. I have to watch where I'm walking more because with the bad hip and that, I wasn't paying much attention when I tripped over the wheel. Alright, cut that, put these under the feet. Square, I guess I don't really need it. But I gotta watch what I'm doing. I just told that there wasn't no trip over myself and I did it anyways. Always watch what you're doing. Alright. One at a time, I guess. One at a time. Loosen that up or something. Alright. I gotta get my hammer and tap that around. If I brought my hammer out. Huh, I had it on here. I guess not. Well, maybe I can do it. Turn it around my hands. Pick it up and do it. Do it with my foot. There it goes. Alright. Tap that in. Tap this back a little bit. That didn't work. Guess we're going to do screw the front down first, I guess. Take a couple screws, maybe I'll. It has been a rough 2 days. We went to Ruthie's sister's for a picnic, and we got home, and Ruthie was going to go water her plants.
Should I show them the spot?
You tripped over a root.
A root in the tree. And I swallowed a mouthful of dirt.
That's what happens when you face plant in the dirt. Alright, let me get this screwed in here. Now I can tap it back. There it goes. So I think this is Clay and Ruthie's lesson to be learned. Slow down and watch where you're walking. Okay, now I can put that other board under here. Then I can level it up. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Back. One in the front. And that'll hold the foot on anyways. Now that'll keep them good and dry. I put the tin on there yesterday. This was that old rabbit cage that was over under the tree, if you watched our videos. Now I gotta start taking some of this wire down so I can put cover on it. I think I'm going to leave this part open so that they can get some sunshine in that. But I'm going to enclose this one so if it gets cold or damp, they got a dry spot to go into. This will save me from having all them blue tarps all over everything. So, I need to go back to my garage and get my wire cutters, and a screwdriver or my pliers to pull staples with. Now I'll have Ruthie put this on hold and we'll be right back. Guess I should have brought the other chair up, huh?
Should have brought the other chair up. You can sit in that chair too.
No, that's fine. Gotta put this in the...
You ready to go? I got you on.
Oh, I'm going all right. Put my keys back in. There's only one way it'll go in. Some plastic keys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this screen on, but I'm also going to cut a door in this. Now with quail, this is you see the screen floor, which will give them during the summer and the spring and summer and fall, gives them air. This is going to be open screen so that it gives them air, but I have to cut a door in this only because if they lay eggs, I can reach in and get the eggs, or to feed them. I can feed them right in this area here. And they can go hide in that area, and I'll have a sand bath for them so they can take their sand bath. But I have to level it up as best as possible. Not mainly this way, but this way. So I'm going to put a couple of shims underneath the feet on the front. But remember, whenever you're going to do cages for quail, I'm going to step forward so they can hear me. Whenever you're doing cages for quail, don't cut your doors so that they're right to the bottom, because quail have a tendency to walk out on you. If you have the wire up as high as the quail can see, they think they're still inside the cage when you open your door, so you will have less chance of a quail escaping. So you cut your wire high and make it just big enough you can get quail in and out, or get your arm in and out for eggs. So I'm going to be cutting it up high like this. This is where the feeders were, and I think I'm going to leave those in there.
The rabbit feeders, right?
Yes. That way I'm going to redo the quail feeders so that they're eating exactly out of the feeder, and there's a spot that they can't get in there and throw it all over the place. That they'll only be able to eat what's in the feeders themselves. And it'll be less mess. The only mess I should have underneath there is quail poop, and if I put another bar in there, I can put some trays in there to catch it so I can throw it in my compost. So, after I catch my breath, I'm going to be on my way with this. Okay, you can pause it now, Ruthie, and when I get some more done, then we'll show that. Find my longer screws, if there's any left in here. There's two.
Hey Clay, is there a bug on the back of my legs?
Hang on. I don't want to fall by looking over there when I can't see where my feet are, babe. Another one.
Hang on, guys. I guess I'm okay.
I was worried. I'll find one more long screw. I guess I couldn't get into the new ones. I thought I would use up what I had from the old project. Always try to keep your things recyclable. That's 1 inch. That's 1 1/4. 2 1/2, that'll do. Thought I brought the 2-inch out too. Well, I guess I did. That's what these are. So just assume these all the same. These are old Kool-Aid containers. They make a good thing for holding screws. Because if you want to dump them in the cap, you can to get them out. And you can cover them up good. These happen to be drywall screws. I use them a lot for projects. You're supposed to use exterior if you're doing outside projects. It's going to be a permanent situation. But around this farm, everything isn't permanent. You keep going until you reuse them where you can't reuse them anymore. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these long screws and go all the way down through the plates. So if this gets bumped or whatever, they're not going to move on us. Put one on each side. All right, so now that held them pretty good. I'm going to take some longer screws, the 2.5s, go through the 2x4 into the plates, and that way it won't move at all. That's just for stability. Because halfway through the project, I don't need it falling down on me. Alright, now I'm going to put a long screw down into the, through the foot into the, and I think I'm going to use the 3-inch screws. That way it'll get a good bite on all the feet. And I only need one on each side. Because now that those are all screwed together, they just need to be screwed underneath the foot. And yes, I know this isn't proper construction, but it suits the farm. Gotta watch I don't bump my head on that metal. I didn't want to go in. Okay, it's in there. All the way, but it went through. Okay, that one did. Yeah, it's not 100% level, but it's close. That'll keep it from tipping over in the wind. All right, now, I guess I'm going to start on the door on this, or no, on that, because I'm going to take this screen off, and it's going to be just a hideaway behind the plywood, and I'll put a plexiglass door on it so that they can get some light in there too. All right. Now, Cut this metal right down through. Getting tired out from all this running. We were at the hospital with Ruthie from 7 o'clock last night until midnight. And that wasn't fun, was it, Ruthie?
No, especially since I was in excruciating pain.
Alright, I'm going to take this piece off so that I can, even if it rains, I can do this door in the garage where it's dry. This part I've got to work on today. And I may have to cut another feeder for over this side, put my door up here so it's not interfering with the feeders. And I can, I'll wait to cut the door after I set a feeder up there and see how tall it's going to be so I can open the door without interfering with the feeder itself. So now it's time for me to start pulling some staples. And get this piece of tin off there. Now whenever you're pulling staples or anything like that, get yourself a big magnet. Then you don't lose staples in your yard and get flat tires and everything else. Down where I'm working. Now if you're pulling bigger staples, like fence staples, that's what these are for. These are called hawk-nose pliers. I probably could do it with these, but you can't get in on that screen that good up on the top. They're not very good for these smaller staples. But if it was a bigger fence staple, those would do the trick. These are actually breaking, some of them, but I still can pull them out. Like I said, this is that old rabbit, the old rabbit cage that I had over next to the tree that Ruthie had all her rabbits in when she was breeding rabbits. And we're reconditioning it.
Well, guys, too, we might get cut off in this video. And if we do, I want to let you know, remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farmer. Don't forget to subscribe. But he's going to continue to work till the end here.
Well, depends how many minutes you're on.
I'm on 24:30.
That's usually about the limit.
Well, I think it goes to about 30.
Before it kicks us out.
So if you're here this long with us, we're going to be doing a part 2 on this, maybe?
Yep.
Well, we probably won't call it part 2, but it will be the next video.
Continuing.
Here. Okay, guys. We'll see you in the next video. God bless.
Bye-bye.